gonna make with cremini mushrooms, prosciutto, red bell peppers, which makes it sweet, and tomatoes and chili. We'll add tomatoes for our pizza. And Katrina,
and then we're gonna do Heidi's personal dessert pizza. We're just gonna start making the crust first, and then use Nutella, strawberries, and raspberries. So very excited to start.
So hopefully you can keep watching so you can make it. It's super easy. And I'm gonna show you how to make the dough as well.
Thank you.
The crust. And I'm gonna use 1 cup of water, and it's warm. I put it on the teapot, and you just make sure your finger can hold the heat. Not too hot, so it won't burn the yeast. And I'm gonna add 3 teaspoons of dry yeast, or 1 tablespoon, or 1 tablespoon. Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of sugar. And then this is gonna feed our yeast, because the yeast has been sleeping and needs to eat. And then I'm gonna add 1 cup of flour. Ignacia, please stop. Okay, 1 cup of flour. And this is what I do. I put in the flour with the sugar and the yeast and the water, and then mix it. We mix it until it's just kind of gooey, and that's just gonna feed our yeast, because we need the flour to feed our yeast and the sugar as well. So I'm gonna start it. See how it's forming bubbles already? Look at that, like over there. It's forming bubbles. And this is like a shortcut. And it's pretty warm actually. So I'm gonna wait 5 minutes for this to grow. Actually, it's gonna grow a little bit, just 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna add the 1.5 cups, rest of flour, and then we're gonna let it rise for only 20 minutes, or 15 minutes. In total, 20 minutes total, you can have your own pizza dough. So it's pretty easy. Okay. Show you. It's been 5 minutes, and look how it's bubbling. See how the yeast is eating? And now that our yeast is fed, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt and 3 tablespoons of a really good olive oil, because this is the only flavorful that's going in there. So you want a really dark green olive oil, really sweet one. 2, 3. Can you count in Italian for us?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, now we're gonna add 1.5 cups. Oh, let me stir this real quick. Okay, the reason I added the salt after the yeast was fed is because the salt will eat the yeast. So that's why I did it. And so will the oil. So you don't want to add any fat or any salt to your yeast before it rises. And this is how we're saving a lot of time, because if we were just to put everything together, we would probably have to wait like 2 hours for it to rise. So it's just gonna take 20 minutes, the whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna keep going, and I will show you what it looks like. Okay, so we adjusted the recipe. It's only 2 cups of flour and 1 cup of water, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 3 teaspoons of yeast, 1 of salt, and 1 of sugar. Let me show you what it looks like. See, it all came together into a little ball, and it's pretty. Still, it's a little sticky, and that's what you want because it's gonna rise. So I'm gonna cover it for 15 minutes and let it rise for 15 minutes. So let it do its own thing, and then mix your ingredients while you're doing that, and then once you're done. Our dough is ready. It's been 15 minutes. And look how big it is and fluffy. It's like really spongy. Like fluff. I've never had fluff, or I don't know what it is. But Katrina, is this so? It's cool. So, I mean, actually this is 2 batches. You want to start rolling it? Yeah. You want to put a little bit. This is how I flour my board. And then You never done this? Oh my god. It's okay, I'll show you. So we're just gonna do a little ball, and it's pretty sticky. But I'm gonna cover my hands with a little bit of flour. And just make a little ball. And then I'm gonna roll it. This puppy? I'm gonna use a heavier one. I'm gonna start stretching it. And we can even throw it up in the air. 1. And there's just like have a little fun. You can laugh at this, it's fine. So I'm gonna just roll a little more. Just can't do it until it's down. We're gonna keep going with Katrina, and then we're gonna show you later. Wait, I'm gonna actually roll it, throw it up in the air one more time, so you can see. And you hold it up in your knuckles, and just flip it. Let's do that. You can start over. See?
You want to use this one?
That's okay. Come on. We'll keep rolling it and we'll top it later, okay? You're making Nutella laugh though. Like, oh. Ready? And you want it like offset. You want it a little bit rustic, so make sure it's just like homemade. And I add flour versus cornmeal because I don't like the texture on the bottom of my pizza. I think it's nasty. So I like to add just a little bit of flour. And it's gonna burn off, so you don't have to worry about doing yours. And I'm gonna start my pizza. And you can shape it whichever way you like. And I'm gonna sauce for you. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna add some tomato. And not too much. You know, American pizzas, they put a lot of tomato sauce, and I think it's overpowering. I think it just overpowers our ingredients. Just want a little. And you can use your favorite kind of sauce, or you can make your own with Parmesan tomatoes and just grind them through a food processor or something, and add a little bit of basil. And I'm gonna add. What were you add? Sauce? Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit of cheese on the bottom. Just a little bit. And then I'm gonna add prosciutto. Let me go get a knife. No, it's okay. No, where are you walking? Okay, so Katrina's topping the pizza. You want a little bit of cheese on there? And, you know what? I'm gonna add more cheese. Excuse me, Katrina. And I'm gonna start doing our veggies. And I add a ton of mushrooms. I really like mushrooms. And these are Canadian mushrooms. And I'm gonna add some peppers, some red bell peppers, and I slice them really thin because I want them to crisp up. And tomatoes on top. And I like how the freshness of the tomato, it gives like this unique taste. I know the tomato sauce is good, but the fresh tomatoes is amazing. And a little bit more cheese. I'm gonna slice some prosciutto on there. I should have had it open, but I forgot. And the saltiness of the prosciutto is gonna flavor our veggies. I'm gonna just add a little more. You can never have enough mushrooms. And I like to have them on top so the peppers and the prosciutto so it crisps up. And the tomato as well. So that's why I added cheese on the bottom. I don't like to add too much cheese to our pizza, but you can add as much as you like.
Heidi's a minimalist.
Yeah, I don't do that too much, so I like that. More for me. And our oven is preheating at 400 degrees. And we're gonna pop them in there until they're done, and I'm gonna tell you how long that will be. And it's probably my husband, he's buggy. And look, that's ready. See? Amazing, huh? You can sometimes I like to add a little tiny bit of olive oil on top. Just add a little more cheese to yours. Oh, it looks great. And then more. Do you have peppers?
Yes.
Yeah. Just a little tiny bit, just to crisp it up. You wanna add some? And so our vegetables kind of crisp up too. I'm gonna pop it in the oven, and then I'll tell you how long it takes. Okay. Wait, let me show you. Here, you wanna put your in the oven? And it's pretty hot. Thank you. She's doing more prosciutto. And Ignace is really doing a really good job at actually rolling the dough out. And we're just gonna do the dough, and we're gonna bake the dough. Once the dough's baked, we're gonna top it with Nutella and the strawberries and the raspberries. I'm gonna make one with raspberries, and then are you gonna make one with
Chocolate.
chocolate and?
Red. Strawberries.
Okay, so what are you doing? You wanna explain or no?
So I'm going to make one with chocolate and strawberry.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Thank you. Maybe like 6 minutes, and look how pretty they look. They're almost there. Look at the prosciutto's crisping, and all our veggies are crisping as well. So we're gonna wait a little bit longer, and I'm gonna tell you how long it's gonna take. Thank you. Our dough, so it doesn't rise in the oven too much, because this is gonna be our sweet pizza. And then I'm gonna pop it in the oven. Pizza. I'm gonna smear some Nutella. You wanna smear yours too? On the pizza? Wow. Yummy. Nutella. Okay, I'm gonna top it. Stop drinking. Concentrate on the filming. I'm gonna top it with some raspberry. Lots of raspberries. I love them.
And I'm going to top mine with strawberries.
You want me to start helping you?
Yeah.
Calm down, filmmaker.
Ooh, this looks good.
Someone was eating all the strawberries. I wonder who. Nata?
They didn't tell me. It's kind of dirty work.
You know what? And there we go. You have our chocolate pizzas. Thank you.